he had a 6-year-old little girl at the time, and he's a big gun owner. And he would have his gun in the car with his little girl. He'd run in the store and he forgot. I left my gun under the seat,
Right.
in the side pocket. She knew where I left it. And he said, this isn't good. I need to find a better solution. And he's a builder and a tinkerer by trade. So he kind of just looked over at the headrest one day, had his aha moment.
All right, so here with Lewis with the Headrest Safe Company. Lewis, how you doing today?
Great, Albert. Thank you for having us.
Hey, how you joining DoorCon so far?
Loving it. First time here.
First time
we were
here?
invited. It's exciting. It's different than everything we've ever done. It's
Yeah.
really a good experience.
I think your product is phenomenal for the people that are here. What's your let's introduce your product a little bit. Tell me a little bit about the Headrest Safe Company. What is it? What are you all about?
Sure. The Headrest Safe Company. We're out of Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay.
We ship out of there. We manufacture in Vietnam and in Mexico.
Okay.
So everything gets shipped to Birmingham. We ship out of there. And our product is very simple. It's a safe built into your car headrest.
Phenomenal.
All right. So we have 3 different models. This is our smallest, newest model.
Okay.
More designed for compact, smaller cars. We have a couple bigger models that go for SUVs and trucks.
Okay.
But you put this on the passenger seat, so you're always a driver. You want to reach over and to be able to access it. So you can't see from here which door is the hidden door. Go ahead and pull on that.
Yeah.
Pull that down.
Yeah.
Exposes a steel
So
door.
you can't even tell.
Can't even do it when the door is closed.
Yeah.
You don't know it's there.
It just looks like a normal headrest.
Right. So when you open it up, you have a locking mechanism. I left this unlocked. All you do is turn it, open, and there you have a steel safe built inside the headrest.
And it looks just like an ordinary headrest.
It looks like an ordinary headrest. So when we sell these, you get this for the passenger seat, and you get a look-alike for the driver's seat.
Right.
Now you've got a bundle. Both your headrests look the same.
That way they don't look different. Then so hey, there's something off with that headrest.
Right, exactly right. So you look in it, no difference at all. Then it's universal. So there's no standard with manufacturers how they make headrests or the post that go into the headrest. So ours is universal. Doesn't matter what make, model, year you drive, ours fits in there. As long as it's got 2 headrest posts, ours goes in there with no problem whatsoever.
That's phenomenal. Let's take it back a little bit. How did the Headrest company start?
A fraternity brother of mine. I went to the University of Alabama. He was a fraternity brother of mine way back when.
Okay.
And he had a 6-year-old little girl at the time, and he's a big gun owner. And he would have his gun in the car with his little girl. He'd run in the store and he forgot. I left my gun under the seat, in the side pocket. She knew where I left it. He said, this isn't good. I need to find a better solution. And he's a builder and a tinkerer by trade. So he kind of just looked over at the headrest one day, had his aha moment, went home, hollowed it out, said, wow, there's a lot of space in there. He said, what if I could put a metal box in there? Went to a little fabrication shop, put a metal box in there. He said, wow, what happens if I could put a lock in there? Boom, boom, boom. He put a lock in there. He said, told his wife, said, I got a problem. If I can get a patent on this, I got a business. He got a patent. He called me up, said, Lewis, let's go do this business. Since August of 2022, we've been rocking and rolling with it.
So 2 years.
Just 2 years, right, in the marketplace.
In the first 2 years of business, what kind of challenges and successes have you guys seen and faced?
Well, the challenges is nobody's ever seen this.
Right.
So you've got to convince people of why they need something they've never seen before. Right. And like you've seen it now, you know everything. You know everything about it. I mean, it's that simple. It's that easy. But if this is sitting in your car, you're not going to know it.
No.
And people hadn't seen it in a store. All they do is see it online. So getting the message out there, making sure enough people see it, understand it. We go to shows all the time. We do SEMA, we do SHOT Show, we do NRA, we do all kind of consumer shows. People come up, oh yeah, I saw you on Instagram, I saw you on Facebook. Now I can see it in person. Now I see it, I understand it, and I know what I can use it for.
For sure.
Very easy.
And I'm looking, we can turn this a little this way just so we can see, but I'm looking, it's not just weapons, right? It's not just firearms that you can put in there.
Your door-to-door guys, so wallet, cash, portable speaker.
Yeah, you can put anything in there.
Anything you want to in there.
Yeah.
Medications.
Yeah,
just how much room it has in ear
holy
pods.
Cow.
I think I got something else way back there. So there you go. Put everything you want to in there, and of course the original design use case was for your pistol. Put your pistol in there.
Does this fit all size pistols or what?
It fits all size pistols.
All size
up
pistols.
to 1911 Springfield. That's what this model is. So
Correct.
basically any size pistol will fit inside of there. And it's locked, secure, hidden. Nobody, the smash and grab guys, they go to the same three places every time. The glove box, the console, under the front seat, and your side pocket.
Yeah.
Nobody's looking at this whatsoever. And even if they do, they're not going to know what it is or how to get into it. And we've designed it where it's not removable from the seat.
That was going to be my next question. Let's say somebody does try to take it off the seat.
Try to take it in. We've designed a little locking mechanism.
Great.
When you drop it in the seat, it locks in. You can take it out as the owner.
Right.
We designed it. You go inside the safe, remove the locking mechanism. You take it out. You trade cars, buy a new car. You take it, put it in your new car. Boom, you're done.
So if they want to take this out, they got to take the whole seat.
That's correct, right. If the smash and grab guy wants to take it, he can run down the street with a car seat on his back.
With the whole car seat.
More power to him, yeah,
Other than that, no one's taking this out of the car.
No. And we get calls all the time from people that had their car stolen. They go to the impound lot. They call us up and said, I got my car back from the impound. My gun was right in there. Yeah. They never even Never even thought about it.
Tell us a couple of those success stories that you guys seen where people have reached out to you and say, hey, this product really, really impacted me.
Right. Well, we get a lot of people that I'm a grandfather, so a lot of grandparents who have, help with their kids, their grandkids. They help with their kids, take them to school, pick them up from school. They're not supposed to have their firearm in the school zone. They put it in there. They feel better about it because kids are smart.
Yeah.
And they see what you do in your car. And, you see all these articles about deaths by accidental gunfire that they got out of their car.
Yeah.
So we get those calls all the time. Thank you for making something that my grandkids can't get into and don't know what's in there.
Yeah.
It's very, very easy, very simple, and it solves a problem that a lot of people have.
Yeah. Now, as far as the locking mechanism on here, is it? This thing's heavy duty too,
huh? It's all steel lock, all steel door.
And then it's a 4-digit combination?
Up to 8-digit combination.
Up to 8-digit.
This particular lock is just like your hotel room. You put in your combination, hit OK, it's locked. Put in your combination, hit OK, it's open. We also make a lock that has a biometric reader on it.
Wow.
So if you want a biometric, you can also do that. Use your fingerprint, get in and out, or the keypad. On that lock, you have biometrics or a keypad to go in there. So it's easy to get into. It's not a hard product. It's a very simple product.
No,
it
seems. I love how, like you said, when you had this up here. I mean, I'm looking at this. I cannot tell. I can tell now because I know. Right. Once you know, but I mean, when I first looked, I thought when you had it this. Oh, sorry about that. I thought when you had it facing this way, I thought you had the.
To me,
you had the door opening up to you, right?
Exactly. And that's what people say. That's the beauty of it. They love it because somebody looks in the car. Nobody knows what their headrest looks like in their car. Can you describe your headrest to me?
I have no idea.
Right.
I just know I lean my head against it.
You lean your head against it. Right. And we've had these safety tested. So we've done impact testing to make sure they pass the safety standards. So that's all good. No problems with that whatsoever.
And then, I mean, as I'm feeling, it feels comfortable too.
Right.
It's not like you're going to be leaning your head against the metal box and being uncomfortable.
It's all automotive grade products. So we've manufactured it to meet automotive specifications. And actually now we're in Winnebago Industries, just started a new RV line. And this is now standard equipment in their RV line.
Wow.
So they put one in each captain chair in the front. So it's starting to get adopted in automotive. Now.
It's going everywhere. Yeah, I mean, I figured anywhere there's a headrest, this could be a good option, whether that's a RV, car, truck, boats.
ATVs.
ATVs,
Yeah, I mean, anything that's got a 2-post headrest system. Yeah. We sell a lot in Europe. People in Europe that, the countries aren't gun-friendly there. People from Canada come down all the time and tell us, well, we don't have guns in Canada. So I ask them, how come I ship one a week to Canada?
Yeah.
Because people in Canada buy them because...
And necessarily it's not just for guns either, right? I mean, it's,
just like we showed, everything.
I'd much rather put my valuables in a headrest that no one's looking in than a glove compartment.
Right.
Even if that glove compartment's got a key and can lock, I mean, those are easy to rip open.
My wife, she uses it when she goes to the gym to work out. She throws her purse in there. Mm-hmm. When she goes to meet her girlfriend for lunch, the valet, throws her purse in there.
Yeah.
Whatever she doesn't want to take in with her. I've got a beach house. When I go to the beach from a beach house, I throw my car keys in there. I don't have to lock my car. I don't have to worry about my car keys falling down in the sand.
Yeah.
What happened to them? I went in the water. I forgot. Get back to my car.
They're right
there. So, I mean, there's so many use cases other than the gun. that you can apply here.
Yeah, especially in places like, I think the perfect example is the beach, right? You don't want to leave your keys in the car. You also don't want to leave your keys at the beach and forget them somewhere, but put them in a secure spot to where, hey, you don't have to worry about them getting lost. You don't have to worry about someone getting in the car and turning on or anything like that.
Outdoors people, hunters, fishers, hikers, anybody that goes out in the wilderness, they don't want to take their keys with them.
Right.
They don't want to leave it on their top tire. Most people do it, leave it in here, fine, no problems whatsoever.
Yeah. Exactly. So tell us a little bit more. Tell us a little bit about how, so you've been in business for 2 years. Tell us a little about the first 2 years and kind of the journey that's been so far.
Well, the first 2 years, the most challenging part was just getting the message out there and getting people to understand what it was and why they needed it. The first show we went to was SEMA. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the SEMA show.
Uh-huh.
So we went there in October of 2022.
Okay.
And it just blew up. In fact, after the show, the SEMA officials came by and said, you were the number 1 research product of the show, and we can't recognize you because of they're very anti-gun at SEMA.
Yeah.
But then we went from there, went to the SHOT Show. We're at the SHOT Show next week for the 3rd year in Las Vegas. We do the NRA show. We do a lot of big consumer shows just to kind of get the message out there. And that was the biggest challenge. Sure, we had manufacturing challenges.
For sure.
We had logistic challenges. Anything that's new, you're trying to bring to market for the first time. There's things you don't think about that you have to overcome. But, trial and error and, learn by the seat of your pants and go. And none of us were manufacturers. So we had to have a manufacturer. We had to understand that process. I used to be a CPA in my prior life. So I saw a lot of startups. I knew kind of how to build the business side of it. But even doing that, it's hard. You got to worry about, how do you manage your website? And, how do you manage your SEO and all that other stuff that I never knew about, but we hired the right people to help us kind of navigate through all that.
I think that's really important, especially we talk a lot on this podcast about, the winner's mentality, right? The winner's mindset, not being a victim, really taking life and experience it the best way you can. And, I think a lot of, especially startups and business owners, they get in thinking, hey, this is going to be easy. I might have a great product and it's going to be great, but there are a lot of things that go into it. Like you said, there's websites, there's marketing, there's, setting things up, putting systems in place to make sure now that you have a great product, how can we grow? How can we excel and expand? And so I think that's really key, especially as you're still growing exponentially over the next couple of years too. You start with the right systems and you can go as big as you can, right?
Yeah. And my partner invented it to solve his problem. All great ideas come from somebody solving their personal problem. And for the D2D salespeople, they're in their car all day long. All day. Out in the field, but they're out of their car a lot. Mm-hmm. And
they're in neighborhoods that they have no idea who's there. They don't know, right? Because they're probably maybe in a new neighborhood every day. Right. Different part of the city, things like that.
Correct. And their car's a target. Yeah. Because people watch and they see the guy go out, he's walking in the neighborhood, and the studies prove the smash and grab people want to be in and out in 11 seconds or less. Yeah. So in 11 seconds, they know they can go to the glove box, the console, and underneath the front seat. Even if they knew this was here, they don't have 11 seconds to figure how to get it out of the car. What am I going to do with it? I got to take it home. They want the quick, easy mark.
Yeah, it's funny. I can personally attest to that. I was actually in the St. Louis area. It was a couple years ago. I was on a sales blitz, and I was actually parked at a hotel overnight. I walk out, my truck window smashed in. And it looked weird, right? You could tell they rummaged, but the funny thing was, if they lifted up, I had the center console. If they lifted up the center console, they would have found a couple iPads. They would have found, I think there's a gift card in there. They didn't touch any of that. What they took was the quick, easy, because I have 5 kids, so I had a diaper bag in my car. So what they took was the quick, easy diaper bag out of the front seat that had like diapers, wipes, maybe a change of clothes in it for my kid. Right. And, because they know it's quick in and out. We can't spend time rummaging. Right. So I just thought that was, that aligns, right? And I had personal experience with that. They didn't open up and kind of search for, hey, what's the most valuable? I'll take that. It was, what's the quickest? Right. Exactly. And if they look around, they don't see anything, they're not going to, even if they suspect, they're not going to be able to rip that off. Take that seat out in the amount of time it's going to take.
Correct. And most people have never even touched their headrest.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised they're really fearful of taking their headrest out because they don't know how to do it. So the smash and grab guy's the same way. He's never taken a headrest out.
No.
Every car's got a little different nuance to it.
Right.
Maybe there's one button you push in, maybe there's two, maybe there's a pinhole, maybe there's a screw top. So there's so many variations it makes this very difficult, and they're just not going to spend the time and effort to do it.
Right. Now talk about a little bit, so every seat's different, right? Every car seat's different colors, different designs. How do you guys support that as far as your product?
Right, so we make two different fabric coverings. Leather, this is our leather model. We make a cloth model. We make it in black, dark gray, light gray, charcoal. Black and charcoal constitute 85% of our sales. Right. And the studies prove that that's the majority of the cars out there. We decided early on we can't be everything to everybody. Right. So if somebody's got a blue interior or they got stitching, we get calls from people all the time with, I've got a Denali, I've got a platinum, it's got the lettering in the headrest. Well, we can't do that. We can't help you, but we can't be everything to everybody. So we try to do the most for the most people we can, and black just happens to be it. And even people, if they have some different interior, but they have some black trim, they'll use this. People with tan interiors that have black trim.
And it still goes pretty well together.
It goes well. And people are fearful that somebody will look in their car and say, that's not an OEM product. But I challenge anybody to look at any car and tell me, is that an OEM steering wheel?
Right.
Is it OEM radio? Is it OEM camera? People don't know. And once you put this in there, you don't know, and nobody else knows that what's supposed to be in there. Oh, your headrests look different from the factory. Nobody knows that.
Yeah. No one's going to be able to tell.
And that's a challenge, too, getting people to feel comfortable that they're switching out a piece of equipment that they've never dealt with, and they're fearful that somebody will look in and realize, well, that's not a Ford headrest. Well, nobody knows what a Ford headrest looks like.
Yeah, because how many different kinds of headrests do they have, right? Each car's probably got a different design, different style. So, to be able, you have to probably be really dialed into cars or to automobiles to really be able to make that determination.
Right, and we make ours. In headrests, you have two posts, okay?
Right.
In the tubes in your seat, there's no standard for the manufacturer. So some are wide, some are narrow. The post size are different diameters. So we make ours, we know the smallest diameter anybody manufactures. We know the widest and the narrowest. So ours is on a sliding bracket.
Oh, wow.
So when you take your headrest out, you don't have to worry. You just find your tubes, drop it in, and there's one piece that mounts to the bottom here that holds the headrest to the post, and you're done. It's 3 steps. It's easy. It's universal. As long as you've got the 2 headrest posts. And there are some actual models out there that don't have removable headrests. We get questions from Tesla owners all the time. Right. And if you'll notice, in most Teslas, it's an integrated seat.
Right.
It doesn't have a removable headrest. If you've got, our number one return reason for this is I went to my car and I didn't know I had a speaker in my headrest. I had air conditioning in my headrest. Had a lot of electronics in my, because they've never dealt with
really taken a look at it.
So out of all our returns, which hadn't been many, we have never had anybody that sent it back and said, this is the stupidest idea I've ever seen. Why did I ever buy this in the first place? It's for reasons like that, legitimate reasons that they can't use it, or they bought our tan and it doesn't match up exactly. One shade of tan, I may call this tan, you may call it brown, somebody else calls it caramel, somebody else calls it peanut butter. Everybody calls black.
Right.
Charcoal's charcoal. So that part's easy. We can kind of satisfy most people. We also make these uncovered. So if you've got some specialty thing, we can send you to a local upholstery shop,
and they can
recover. We have it done all the time by people.
Yeah. So if you wanted that special stitching, if you wanted the car brand stitched into it, it's possible. Right. Not something you guys do out the gate, but something the customer can do.
Right. And I would imagine there's a lot of your audience that drives Jeeps. Mm-hmm. And this is huge in the Jeep market. And the biggest Jeep aftermarket website, Quadratec, sells our product. Wow. They love it. They get buyers all the time for our product. So you can find it on Amazon. You can find it on Quadratec. You can find it on Optics Planet. You can find it on Turn 5. We've got a lot of e-tailers that use it because they can do a good job. They know how to market.
They know how to put it out there to their consumers.
Yeah. So it's wide. Now it's in a wider space. It's our website and all those other e-tailers you can find it on.
Right.
So it's it's been exciting. It's been different, and we're just really scratching the surface of where we can go with it.
Yeah, I'm excited for you. Tell me a little about the economics of the headrest.
Sure. So we make the 3 models. This is our smallest model. When we first made it, we made one that was a little bigger, the shape was not rounded like this because my designer made it after a pickup truck headrest. Okay. And then we had people in the smaller cars, the luxury cars, that didn't like that big bulk look in their car. So this is our smallest one. It fits great in the compact car, the smaller sedan, the luxury car. So remember, you always get 2.
For sure.
You get the headrest, you get the matching one. This one is $299 for both of those sets. Our next step up is for the SUV truck market. That's $349. Then we make one a little bigger than this, same shape and size, but the safe actually removes from the headrest.
Oh, wow.
So there's a number of states here, California, New York, New Jersey, maybe 2 or 3 others that require you to have your gun in a locked container to go from your driveway to your house.
Gotcha.
From your car to the shooting range.
You can't just hold it or put it in a holster.
Right. So we've made it for that. So that way it slides out. You can comply with the law. You take it wherever you want to take it. From your car to the shooting range. If you go to a gun store and buy a gun in California, they have to sell you a safe to walk out of the store and take it to your car. So he invented it for that particular reason. But people just love the functionality of that. You go to a hotel for the weekend. You don't have to leave it in your car. You take it out. You take it in your hotel room.
You want to keep it with you, and you want to keep it locked up and safe.
Right, exactly. So that's it. We got the 3 models, $399, $349, and $299.
I mean, which if you think about the kind of the safe market in general, I mean, those are very reasonable prices just for a normal, everyday safe.
Right, and with all the other products on the market, not that they're bad.
Right.
They're very good products, but you either have to cable tether it.
Right.
You have to bolt it to the bottom of your floor. You have to bolt it to your back seat. This, you don't destroy anything of value in the car.
Right.
You take your headrest out, you put ours in. You sell your car, you take it out, you put your old headrest back in. It's not model specific.
Right.
The console models are model specific. So you buy one for your Tacoma, 2 years later you sell your Tacoma, it's a different console.
Right.
Now, so that was a one-time purchase. You've lost it. This can be a one-time purchase for your life.
Yeah.
You can take it with you from car to car.
Car to car, and I mean, these things. I mean, from what I'm seeing now, they're built sturdy. I mean, that's going to last you years and years.
Right.
Yeah, they're not gonna go away. No, this is phenomenal. I think, especially, I mean, as we're talking about the door-to-door industry, I think this could be a huge product for all sales reps that are driving around. That are, a lot of these guys too. They'll go, maybe they live here in Utah, but they're selling out in North Carolina. Right. So they're traveling cross country, whether that's by car. They're going out there. They're, they want to stay safe, or they want to keep their valuables someplace that's going to be protected.
Right. I mean, you're out of your car for however long it takes. It doesn't take long for the smash and grab guy to just.
I can attest, it does not.
Right.
It does not. They're in and out. Then something like this would help protect everything.
Yeah, a lot of the big crime cities now put out PSAs telling people to leave their doors unlocked and their windows down.
Yeah.
That way their windows don't get smashed.
Yeah.
Just let them in your car.
Yeah.
They're going to get in anyway.
They're going to get it. Why not? Why take the damage?
Right.
Yeah, that is ridiculous.
Right. Right. It is. It's terrible, but I mean, sadly, crime is a big problem, and this just helps people.
Is there anybody else doing this in the headrest right now?
No, this is a patented product, so nobody else.
No one else is doing it. You're the only ones. If you want to safe in the headrest, it's coming from you guys.
Right, got to come from the headrest safe. Absolutely, nobody else can do it.
That's phenomenal. And tell us again, where can we find you? If they want to come buy this product, where can they find you at?
Sure, go to our website. There's all the information there. www.theheadrestsafe.com. Got all the information on there. A lot of reviews, a lot of testimonials, a lot of pictures in customers' cars and that, or we're in all those other e-tailers I talked about that you can go to also. But everybody's got the same price.
Right.
Nobody's got a different price.
Great.
We're the only reseller on Amazon. You buy it on Amazon, you're going to pay the same price from our website. You buy it at Optics Planet, same price. Nobody's got a price advantage over anybody. So a lot
Phenomenal.
of places go look at it and see it online.
Awesome. What is the future of the Headrest Safe Company?
I think the future of the Headrest Safe Company is to get this adopted more into original equipment manufacturers. Like I said, Winnebago's already doing it. We're in discussions with other RV manufacturers about doing the same thing. And at some point, the automotive manufacturers will come along. I mean, we've got a database now of everybody that registers their safe, so we can go show Ford, yeah, here's how many we've registered for an F-150. We can show GM, here's Silverado registration. So at some point, that'll catch their attention.
So you can take it back to them and say, hey, listen, you have thousands of people that are buying this product aftermarket. Increase the value of the product at the beginning and add it in there.
Right, or do it as just like Ford has a Build My Ford website. So put it on your buildmyford.com. If somebody wants this as an option, fine, or do it as a dealer add-on. So I think that's that's our goal, is to get there.
Well, I'm excited to see your success. I'm glad you guys are here. I mean, I think we showcase a lot of the vendors here. I'd say all the vendors here are extremely successful, and we're happy to have you and grateful that you're here and enjoy the show and excited for your success.
Thank you for having us. We appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Louis.
All right, good deal.